Healthy plants need healthy soil for healthy growth. To be able to precisely absorb what plants need, the soil needs to contain minerals and the necessary soil life. Research shows that the widespread use of synthetic fertilizer leads to soils that no longer have the required biology for healthy plant growth. Fertilizer comes from a time in which there was no understanding of the long-term effects on the soil. For farmers, fertilizer was a miracle. The harvests doubled, and growers were able to provide the required food for a growing population. But now, after years of using synthetic fertilizers, the effects on soil quality are apparent. Increasingly, it is seen that fewer nutritional minerals remain in the soil, resulting in plants that quickly become weak and diseased. They are no longer protected by bacteria and fungi, but instead are attacked by them.
Wheat prices should make farmers like Nicole Berg, the owner of this 21,000-acre farm in Washington, feel rich. But the costs of fuel and fertilizer are eating into profits. With planting season of spring wheat just weeks away, farmers in states like Montana, North Dakota, and Minnesota are faced with a tough decision. Should they plant more crop, not knowing whether prices will hold up? Unlike other countries like China that have been stockpiling wheat and other crops, the production of wheat in the U.S. has steadily declined in recent years, down 35% from its recent peak. Dwindling supply as the war continues, experts say. A crisis like this, with a potential seismic level loss of wheat supplies globally, will impact low-income consumers the most.
In places like the United States, will draw down the reserves that people have and are owning, and we will have to run the price up high enough to reduce demand somewhat.
Everyone, this morning we're at the Diaz's family home and we're going to help them get their garden started. They have a lot of fruit trees in the ground. They have some raised bed. We're going to get some plants in so that they can have their own sustainable living here.
Cerise, what are you doing over there?
Trimming up the banana, and then we're going to pack it in to keep the roots warm. So if the top of the plant dies, then the roots will still be alive. Since the beds are really shallow, we had to take out a little bit of the dirt. Normally we could put a cardboard down and go up, but to make sufficient room for the roots to grow, we just took out probably 2 more inches of dirt, and then we're gonna fill it in with some good soil. We're gonna do that for additional 5 more beds, and then we'll get started with our planting.
Here we are at Ace, and we see here some organic soil here for a good price. It's actually got some worm castings in it. Great for vegetables, great for gardens. Yes, very good. We're gonna purchase about 30 of these for my brother Diaz. Here we have some peat moss that we're gonna purchase also for his soil mixture. We have different varieties of peat moss here. And we're probably gonna go with this bigger one here. 3.8 cubic feet.
We finished setting up our beds. We took out a lot of the grass. We took out some of the soil to make it go deeper. Now we're gonna mix our dirt in the bed. We're gonna get some seeds started, and we're gonna get some plants going. Sister Diaz, so if you have a lot of root crops, yes, potatoes, beets, things that swell really good, peat moss is an excellent addition to the soil because it doesn't make the soil too compact. Okay. So it allows the bulbs to expand.
Okay, that's good to know. Thank you.
So we're gonna mix in some peat moss in all our beds.
We put this on the bottom?
We're gonna mix it all in. These 2 are gonna have more of the peat moss because this is where we're gonna put most of the root crops. So if you're ever gonna plant potatoes in the spring, put them in these 2 beds.
Okay.
Any root crops like carrots and potatoes?
Parsnips, radish, things like
Where
that.
this thing come from?
This is from a shengum tree, Canadian peat moss.
So we found this everywhere, or just here in Florida, or just here in America,
No,
or
you
every
can find
country?
it anywhere.
Peat moss.
Peat moss. doesn't have a lot of nutrients, but it's a soil conditioner and it makes the soil light.
Good.
Retain the moisture.
For
So,
the,
so it's
the
good
water.
to put it in the bottom?
Yeah,
better?
we're gonna mix it all in.
Yeah, it retains the water very well. This is what they use to start up seeds.
Yes, because it's loose. You have the peat moss in the ground. You have some compost and the worm casting. And we're gonna add a little bit of perlite to the mix and get it all mixed together.
Dos y media.
Wait, just a second.
So I have to mix this whole?
Yes. Careful.
That smell is good? But
No, you don't want
No,
to
you
smell
don't
that.
wanna inhale it.
Yeah, watch out, Sister Diaz. You're not in a good spot.
soft. It's very soft.
Yeah.
Good job, brother. You're gonna get some muscles after this.
I know. I need it. Like this work. Daniel, you should put your hands here. Come here, Joe. Hey, Daniel.
Have you ever had a garden like this, Brother Pedro?
No, never. This is,
So in preparation for country living, this is a
yeah,
good
this is
trial, right?
yeah, I hope
Put your
so.
hands to the
yeah.
plow before you get there
Yeah, I like that.
to get some experience.
Yes. I like that.
All right, don't dig too deep so you don't bring up the dirt into
No.
the soil.
No, just this soft.
And then we'll level it out with a rake. We got all the dirt mixed in. We're just gonna level it. And because the soil is gonna settle after we're done, we may add another half bag of the worm casting. All our garden beds are full. We got them all mixed in, and they are all, we have a lot of extra dirt left. We use about, what, 26 bags of dirt in 6 beds. So now we're getting ready to put our plants in.
Thank you.
All
Thank
right.
you for motivating us.
Amen. Amen. Well, thank you so much for joining us on Seed Time and Harvest. Until next time, happy planting.